I thought that what was interesting was kind of tracing it back to like at a certain point, his bigger argument or point where we started talking about this was um, that there is nowadays he was comparing it to making parallels with the 30s and fascist movement and how you know
TV and radio helped with that.
yeah, like I mean he didn't talk too much about the media stuff from those days, but just the fact that the economy's horrible. Like we had a near depression. Like people are young, disaffected. They can't find work. They can't find meaning in life, basically. And
Yeah.
how more and more like both sides. Because I think this is the argument of Hannah Arendt. Like it's just like people who have nothing else like glomming onto. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so also that idea that, and he was talking about how there is a left-wing socialist movement that's becoming bigger and bigger with young people nowadays. Like, that's what happens, like I said earlier, like both sides kind of
Yeah.
going
The
at
status
it.
quo is becoming less and less, I don't know, appetizing or appealing. Bob, I wanted to say to you something a little bit off track, but like if one voted for Bernie Sanders in the Democratic Party primary, it would only mean that they were supporting him as the candidate for the Democratic Party, and not necessarily that you wanted him to be president.
Sure, but like
I just
I'm
wanted
not
to
going to go into.
unrelated to anything else. I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay, but if one were not a Democrat, why would one go and help a party who
But you're not helping them
fundamentally
necessarily. You're just saying, there's this thing that exists. Let's say there's a TV show
So
that
I'm
you
not
watch.
helping them. I'm like trying to troll them into putting a candidate up. Like I don't care what I don't know.
No, but you
schemes
got
the
like
Democratic
no, not
Party.
even the schemes. Like, what's the macro effect of this thing happening? Do I, like that effect, or do I not, or do I want?
Yeah,
I have some
exactly.
tiny power to make this thing
That's
real.
what I'm saying.
And is the effect of that happening something that I think is better for the world or not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Obviously, I'm saying it's not.
Bernie Sanders. Well, I'll say this, Bob, and maybe you
I'm
don't
telling
fully
you
like
that- I'm telling
believe
you.
it, but like,
Yeah.
I'd say that the Bernie Sanders campaign in 2016 probably did just as much to sort of like radicalize people to the left and make people more willing to listen to left ideas than probably anything else that's happened in America. I just want to say that's
Okay.
probably likely true.
Again, I'm sorry. Like I don't mean to be rude or whatever either, but you realize how that exact same thing, like literally over and over and over again, any sort of possible movement to the left has been derailed and taken straight again and again into the Democratic Party and killed, not because something different can, because that is literally like what it's there for.
Where leftist ideas go to die. No.
Well, dude, that's exactly what keeps happening. You this is what I'm saying, dude. If you're forced to constantly, if you jump in there and voluntarily play a game you don't want to play, like I don't understand how that helps. I'm saying
Because
don't,
for anything,
because
like,
Mher,
because
it's
the thing
not
is you
what
have
you're
to.
saying. It's not an either or situation here, though. I'm telling you that it does more harm in the long run. Do you think people, dude? Do you think FDR came in and had these crazy movements and like fought all this stuff because he wanted what? He wanted to help
Well,
not destroy capitalism in this country.
you don't have to. You don't have to say that there's some sort of event that may create some effect, and you may not necessarily want to back the intended effect of that, but you have to recognize that there's all sorts of like peripheral things
I
happening
recognize
because
those,
of that
Meher,
event.
but I'm
And
saying
the thing
I
that I'm
think
saying,
you're
Bob,
not recognizing that how much that actually harms things, because things don't move
what
in
you're
that
saying,
way.
legitimizing the Democratic Party in that way,
And literally
does
taking
harm.
any sort of possible movement that's outside of this, because in the end you always you have to play by their rules, and their rules always say you cannot do these things, right? In the end you are taking any sort of possible
Yeah,
actual
but
movement.
whatever. Let's say it doesn't work out,
defense.
and that's fine, and it's a complete
It's not that
failure.
it's not going to work out, Maher. It's literally again just going to kill it.
I don't think it's going to kill it. I think
But
the
Maher,
opposite.
but
I think what you need
Hey,
is
man,
like for
do you
people that
not-
are not engaged to become engaged, and people like.
Can I ask you, though, do you not
generally the
remember
people
what
that-
happened 20 years ago? Again, this is a whole generation ago.
Yeah, I know.
When Bush won the election and there was a whole anti-war movement and all that crap happened.
That's so depressing to think about. Yeah.
Is it? Because, yeah, you know, this exact argument that you're making, I saw it play out.
So what you're
And it played out 20 years before that.
the argument you're making though makes it seem like that Trump is the best thing to happen right now because
No.
anything to come out of the Democrat because there's nothing
That's not
coming
what
out
I'm
of
saying,
there's
Naj.
there's nothing coming out of those two parties right now.
What do you mean coming out of?
You can't. There's no presidential candidate that's going to come out as a non-Democrat or non-Republican to win right now.
That's fine, dude. I'm saying that's not even like.
So when there
what
are
Maher's
those
saying
when
is-
those are
is
the two
that-
choices though,
Those aren't the two choices, though.
but
You're making a false dichotomy, and that's what I keep trying to say. I mean, those aren't the two choices. That's literally the only way. Look, I don't know. I said it like it's a way to completely deaden any sort of left-wing movement in this country, and it just keeps happening because nothing that we've gotten
I think
progressively in
Bernie
this
Sanders
country.
is uniquely different.
Nothing. Okay.
I think
Nothing
he's
we've
uniquely
gotten
different.
progressively in this country, from civil rights to fucking ending slavery to people, you know, to franchises. None of that has come from like a nice reformist democratic. Like it's all come
But
from
what-
like literal fights.
But you got to
outside
listen to what
of that
Bernie
move.
Sanders
Yeah,
is actually saying, which is
I am
just
listening
that,
to what he's
Bobber.
saying.
He's
What?
agreeing with you, which is exactly that.
And
Then
is
let him
that
not run as a
basically-
Democrat, because what's going to happen is he's going to be exactly the same thing. He's going to be shackled.
Well,
by the Democratic
probably that's
Party.
fine, but on the way to being shackled and
There's
not
no
getting anything
probably,
done,
dude.
on the way there, he will have engaged and made a bunch of people politically
He will have
engaged on the
engaged
way
what,
there.
Maher?
is there
But
not
what is he engaging though? He's saying like the system sucks.
Just to recognize their own
The system
power,
sucks.
Bob.
How are
For
they-
those
yeah,
people
how-
to
I'm
recognize
sorry,
their
but
own power.
How are they recognizing their power when they're just doing exactly the same thing with the same rules that they've been
It doesn't
told
matter
to
what
do
they're
from the
doing. They
beginning,
just need
though,
to
man.
know that they have power. That's
Dude,
the
they're-
first goal.
they don't know
That's
that-
the first step.
They're not. That's
And
not.
we're not even there.
Maher,
We're not
that's
even
not
at
the
that
way
first
you show
step.
them they have power. Is by again, just like what's gonna happen if through all of that movement, okay, that legitimately Democratic Party, like they did last time, goes for another candidate, okay? So we have another candidate running. So now you're saying the same argument again from all those people that wanted Bernie to be in there, him as an individual political entity, I guess. That has nothing to do with the party he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he's going to go do things. Okay, you know, every single person, including Bernie, is going to say vote for the Democratic Party candidate, right?
I know, but then that's
we're,
just
we're always just going
that's-
to be tossed to the right.
that's
But
just theater.
Maher, how
At
is
that
that
point,
showing
that's just
people's
theater.
pa-
Everybody understands that that's theater.
But how is that showing people's power at all? Again, the way you show people's power is like when it was illegal to fucking organize, and people went out there and said, "No, we're gonna have a union," and it was illegal, and a lot of people got killed. But in the end, they won. They changed the laws because they had to, because they were forced to. Like when black people went and sat at fucking counters, it was illegal. People got their asses kicked. They didn't vote for a Democrat to change things. But in the end, they were forced to change things. That's how you people recognize it, understand their power.
Yeah, I totally get that, Bob. But like, I feel like we're kind of, as a culture, American culture is at a point where we're like even several steps away from even that.
It doesn't, dude.
Like we're not even close to that
Dude, if you treat
anymore. Like
people
that,
like
whole,
one
that,
of-
that has just been completely smothered.
Maher, we're
has been
at whatever
completely
point we
smothered.
want to be at, man. If we think that way and we act that way, I don't see why we would be forced to do otherwise.
You see, and that's another thing. And I'm just gonna maybe try to cut this at this point, but like when you say, you know, to create a movement and to like do the work required to like start a path that people see and can follow towards a new party or something like that. Dude, I'm fucking lazy. Life is hard. Like,
Well,
I'm not
that's
trying
fine,
to do
dude.
any of that shit.
Dude, that's fine because
Voting
you
for
know
Bernie
what?
is something very small and
Exactly.
easy that I can do, but also
It's
that
not
I
an actual
but that
thing.
I actually believe is an actual thing, though.
Okay. But
Because
that's
because
what I'm
there are
saying too,
differences
man.
between
I'm sorry.
a Bernie presidency and a Trump
Right.
presidency,
I
right?
gotta
There
say
are
that-
people's lives are being affected.
Dude,
Not everyone's
they
lives.
are, but again, dude, as lazy as we, yeah, we're all, we could all be doing a lot more. But dude, well, whether you do it or I do it or not, like these things are gonna happen, man. The world's like moving pretty fast right now, and these movements, like, there are much younger people who are much more attuned
Engaged
to like
in
what's
doing stuff.
happening. They're gonna do it, dude. Whether we care or participate or not, at least if we can make a small, I don't know, small sort of
You know who young people really love?
older people.
Bernie Sanders. Just saying. Just
He's
saying.
super old.
Billie Eilish. They also love Billie Eilish.
Vote for Billie Eilish. I think that's a singer or something, right?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to our really fun, interesting
Yeah, we're gonna be.
trivia podcast. We
Hey, you
could,
guys want to do like the politics
We've had, but
category?
the thing
just
is,
to make a
we've
theme
had
of the
this
deal?
exact conversation so many goddamn times.
First time on air.
Interesting. Well, I was gonna talk about some other things that were going on.
We were having a meeting about like what candidate the podcast was going to endorse, and it got really heated, and we had to get it on air.
By the way, Mher, do you still listen to Chapo Trap House?
Yeah, I do. Have you been listening to it?
No, but sometimes I see their subreddit and read about them.
Yeah.
Do they do they have a very Bernie sort of
It.
what do you call
I mean,
it?
there's like various hosts, and they're
Right, or any of
pro
them?
Bernie to different extents. But I think generally they probably agree with me in that this is, maybe in disagreement with you, the most net positive thing you can do. Even though I don't think any of them particularly believe that this is how
Major change is gonna happen.
Yeah, this is how you change the world
Right.
in any way. I think they're probably all generally pro Bernie pretty strongly, but to different extents and
Also,
believing different things about the whole thing.
Also, a big argument that you guys are talking about is a gaming thing, right? It's just you're talking about, oh, what's the best way to not have the other
like
guy win, right?
Yeah,
Because
what's
we all
going
know
to
the
have
other
the
guy's
best
gonna be the
effect?
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
think any of those guys on the podcast, and I don't think most people generally that support Bernie like that militantly would say like, oh, this is how we change the world or whatever. It's just like this: we have a chance to create the largest effect that we as individuals can
I
for
kinda-
this moment.
Yeah,
And about the game thing, I know you're always talking about playing that game, that political game that's been, that's existed in American politics for, I don't know, how long would you say, Bob? The whole history of our
history
country?
of the world.
The history, well, American politics, I think, is a little bit more of a specific beast. But it's like we're obviously playing that game in a lot of other aspects of our life, right? Even though we think that those things are not the way we should. We do those things because they're required to live in this society and be able to function. So it's
well, of course, that's what we're talking about.
but this is
Again, I'm not saying don't.
But this is another
don't
game that's
participate.
just part of the.
Part of the game.
It's part of the game. It's
It's
part
not
of this
that
game
that's-
of being an American and living in
Again,
America.
oh, you're talking about these games like these are games we don't have to play in that way, dude.
But we don't have to play any of the
We
games
can
that we
make the
play.
rules,
You play
dude.
games that you don't necessarily think like you're not like, oh, my
Rainbow
job is the
Six.
fucking best thing. I'm contributing so much to society. My job is giving me inner fulfillment. But we're playing the game
Yeah, I don't
because
wanna
you need to
starve for
make
sure.
money. Yeah, you need to make money. Yeah, no, but that's just part of
Yeah, but Naj, of
the
course,
structure
there
of the
are-
country, right?
There are lines you draw, though. But again, even at work, I'm not gonna accept BS. I'll play the game if I agree with the rules, dude. Like, for sure, there are some games that I'm forced to play more than others. Again, I don't want to starve and be naked, so I'll go to work every day.
Yeah.
You know.
First thing that happens when you don't have a job, you're naked.
Yeah, they take away your clothes.
You just take all your clothes.
I don't even own these clothes. They actually belong to my boss, actually. I'm just leasing it.
But dude, I mean, I don't know. Like in a certain way too. Yeah, I play games and like just being around people, dude. I know like I'm someone who like just some social graces and norms like I'm not down for, but I'll do them. You know,
Yeah.
like wearing clothing. I'm I'm kidding about
It's
that.
actually his boss that's making it.
Yeah.
It's not the other way around.
That's why I don't own my clothes. They're literally not mine. All right. Enough of that. Let's talk about something fun.
Have you guys ever
Yeah.
have you guys ever known any nudists? People that like
Not
to
Not
actual-
really, no.
no.
Only from TV.
I knew it. I
And
knew
the
it.
internet.
Did you know from Santa Cruz?
No, actually in Japan.
Really?
Not Japanese people. Though Japanese people would participate.
Oh.
Okay, I mean that's. I feel
But
like
there was
that's,
But
Yeah.
they were blurred nudists,
Yeah.
right? Like not
Yeah.
full on
For
nudists.
sure.
They were still
For
blurred.
sure. But when they come to America, if they're nude, it's all.
The blur goes away, yeah.
But I don't know. That's kind of a silly thing. Were they like insisting on being nude all the time?
No, definitely not like being nude in public places that are not acceptable.
I
But
see.
like
just
they,
having places.
yeah,
to be
like
in.
they would. He had this like side business. This dude, this old dude, older dude.
He's like, come to my house as a nudist destination. You can take your clothes.
He
off."
would take. Kind of, except he had like a big van that he would
Is that what being
take
a nude-
people.
Oh god, it's in a
What?
van too. It's even creepier.
Well, it's
Hey, guys.
this sounds so creepy.
It's
Don't
not
take
as
uh,
your
creepy as
clothes
it sounds.
But basically, because the public transportation is really great in Japan. But if you wanted to go to like some really secluded nature spots, you kind of need a car.
Okay,
And so he
sure,
had a
yeah.
service where, and he wouldn't go naked all the time, but he would try to get people to pay to go camping with him that were into it. So
Oh,
there, I
okay.
had been with him a couple of times where not everyone was into it, so he didn't do it.
Okay.
But I had been a number of times where everyone was into it, and so everyone just got naked.
Were you naked
Yeah,
too?
yeah,
I think you told
Yeah.
us. I think you told me something
Not
about
you,
this
this-
episode once.
Your sex parties and nudist.
But no, I mean it's like if everyone's naked, it's definitely uncomfortable if you have clothes on. Like if there's like
then
20
you're
people,
the one that's
yeah,
naked.
Yeah. No, it's like seriously, you feel it. It's like everyone's naked, everyone's looking at me because
Look at this weird.
What are these cloths that this guy has stuck on his body?
Who do you think you are? Cladding yourself in skins of other animals.
And plants.
he was
Dude,
kind
is
of
that what
not my favorite person, but
like early humans were like? Look at this guy. Oh, he thinks he's like a buffalo. Like that's not your skin. We know that's not your skin, bro.
You're not fooling anyone. No, I'm sure they were like, I'm fucking cold.
Yeah,
Can I get some of that
fucking
too?
freezing, yeah.
my balls have been inside my body for fucking 48 hours.
All right.
Okay,
You want to talk about anything else?
Matt, I was just gonna say we got rid of our cable and
Your cable TV?
yeah. Do you have Fire Stick or something? Do you know what that is?
No. But
So that's what we've been using.
just with services, Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what my brother actually got set up for my parents is they canceled their cable too, and they're using YouTube TV now. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Which is like way cheaper, but it's a similar thing. Like you get like channels and stuff like whatever CNN
It's
or something.
yeah, it's all the live broadcasts are all the same, but you
So
can
maybe
TiVo
look
it
at that.
automatically
But
too.
your parents don't watch like
TiVo.
live TV.
Yeah,
and
you.
stuff?
Well, I mean, you can't. It's not. I don't know if you can TiVo, but you can definitely like rewind and pause. And
That's cool.
Yeah, maybe. I
Well,
don't know
the
about
one
details,
thing
yeah.
they really wanted.
no, Chris
is-
has it, and we use it a bunch.
He has YouTube TV. Too?
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's two things that we mainly want. I mean, I wanted as well as they did. So all that Jeopardy we had over a year, it's gone.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh damn.
So I don't know what I'll do.
If you
But the
if
cable
you
company,
actually
like,
got through all that
confiscated the
stuff though,
cable
come on, Bubber.
Well, they want it back, but once they cut the service off.
You can't rewatch whatever's
Yeah.
on there anyway. Oh fuck.
But I mean, whatever. That's the one main thing we want in terms of live TV. It's that, and my parents really want the local news for some reason.
Which is weird. Which is what my dad wanted too. Like most of the stuff he watches on TV is like local news.
Which is the
He
worst.
has to watch the morning, like I don't know, Good Morning, like
Yeah.
LA thing or whatever.
Yeah, my mom watches the women's Good Morning thing. You know? Yeah.
But if you watch those things, it's like I don't know, man. Like how can anybody be super into this? Like I can imagine having it on the background, but like I don't know.
That's mostly what they do, though. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a big part of TV, too.
It's a comforting set of voices to listen
Yeah, I
to.
guess it's like listening to a podcast. Maybe
Well, I
that's
don't
their
know.
podcast.
Yeah. Dude, and so I've been watching two shows, both from Amazon. The Marvelous Miss Maisel. You've heard of that?
Yeah, I have. I really like that actress in the show she was in, House of Cards or whatever.
Yeah, totally. I remember her from that.
Yeah.
And it's a great show, and it's really funny.
Yeah. Is it like
Bo-
a song and dance kind of thing or whatever? Is it
No,
like
she's
a
like a
musical?
stand-up comedian.
Okay, that's good.
comedian.
Yeah.
But the other show is actually the Boys. I just started watching that. You guys know what that's about?
I've heard of it. It's not. It's the one with the red poster, or that's a different one, right?
I don't know.
Okay, what's The Boys? It's a show.
It's like a superhero show, but
Oh,
kind of like I feel like it's kind of the part of superhero stuff that was missing. Even though I like get entertained by Marvel, but there's like always like a little part of it that seems unrealistic in a way. Not the superhero part, not the magical powers part. Just mean like people's like reaction to it in society or whatever. Like anyway, so The Boys is basically about like they're superheroes and they're like very Marvel like Captain America like the U.S.
are
government.
they
help
children
them.
or are they?
No,
adults?
no.
Oh,
The
okay.
Boys is like this other group of people.
Yeah.
But basically, it's kind of like a very cynical look at it. Like these are like up there, like the kind of like gods, basically, and they're like super celebrities. But most of them are just fucking huge assholes who are like
it's like
think-
satire, like
who
almost.
know basically they're above everyone else, and they kind of act like,
like
it.
it.
And
'Cause that's
and
what
it's-
would happen with the superheroes anyway.
exactly,
Right?
It's,
and it's very
what's his name?
corporate and all
I like
that.
Carl
yeah.
Urban.
Yes.
And it's Seth Rogen and his writing partner. What the fuck's that
No
dude's
way.
name? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What's the Goldstein?
Evan Goldberg or
Yeah,
something.
Goldberg, yeah.
Gold something.
They also did
Yeah.
that show Preacher, which was a
I
comic
haven't
book,
seen that.
which is like based on some like it's some like alternate reality heaven and hell shit where the
Oh.
preacher is like on a renegade murdering spree or something, like, and there's all these like weird things. But yeah,
Yeah.
they've been doing shows these days, I guess, because both of those and both of them have been getting good critical reception.
Sorry, that's all I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
But,
I've been
I
watching a
recommend
show
it.
too that I wanted to recommend, also with the word boys in it, called Our Boys. Have you guys heard of it? It's on HBO.
Yeah, about the
No more
Jewish,
HBO,
the
yeah.
Israeli
it's
kids.
Israeli Palestine and stuff.
So it's not a documentary because I just caught like a few.
almost.
moments of it.
I mean, it's based. It seems pretty closely following real events, but dramatized to some extent. But I was kind of worried at first, but I mean, at the least, I can say that it's actually really nicely done, and like the way they manage the story is like very good.
Well, I don't have HBO anymore.
Oh, you don't, huh?
Gone with the cable. His parents were tired of paying
Oh
for all
man,
that
what are you
shit.
gonna do, Bob?
Actually, a ton of the stuff is
You
on
can get
Amazon.
you can get HBO by itself though.
Yeah, I might.
No.
Dude. On top of which, a ton of it is on Amazon.
Yeah, like the old stuff.
Let's say there are certain apps that give you access to almost everything that also exists on the Fire Stick. So
Can you confirm or deny those rumors?
is Pirate Bay an app?
not Pirate Bay, but there's streaming things. So
All right.
excuse me.
Do you guys want to do the political category?
Yeah, you wanna? Because there's a politics.
Are we
category.
going into this?
Yeah,
Are we
so-
gonna do some welcome to new season?
Yeah. Welcome everybody in, Naj.
Season number 3. Boom, boom, boom.
33333.
No, not 3,333.
That's I.
Season letter I. We are starting the season off, and hopefully it'll be a trend for the rest of it. We'll see how it goes today. With category, each episode is going to be hold a specific category, and all questions will be pertaining to that category. We have decided tentatively on either geography or history and politics because both contestants here are fairly well versed in those
If
two
we do
things.
history and politics, Bob's probably going to win, but it would be fitting for the episode, you know?
Yeah, it would.
I mean, we could do both,
Um,
or just geography. So geography is pretty strong suitable.
Like,
to
we'll
us.
both probably do well in geography, I'm thinking, so.
and we are back to our trio. It's been a couple weeks. You listeners might not know.
It was the break between the seasons.
Yep.
Bobber,
Season.
Bobber is contestant number 3. Mher is contestant number 7.
What does that mean?
How does that work? I'm a bigger number. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I'm firster.
Firster.
All
So
right.
they're gonna Kai Bai vote for who goes first because it's the start of a new season, and we're not gonna care who won last season. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Even
right,
though
are
I
you
won
ready?
that last game after
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
bad
That was actually a good
losing
episode.
streak.
My sister was telling me how it was a good episode.
Nice. You mean one of our
One of our
fans,
best listeners, yeah.
All right.
Shout out.
Wait, 2 out of 3? Shout out
No,
to
just
Maria.
top
Yeah,
one.
shout out to
Shout
Maria.
out to Maria.
2 out of 3?
Top one. Best
What?
of one.
Best of 1?
Yeah.
No, I'm going 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Go 2 out of
Fine,
3.
2 out of 3.
What if we tie 1?
Well, then we keep going.
Draw.
Oh, Mher finally learned.
I psyched Bob
He
out.
psyched me out,
I
dude.
incepted
Bobber
him.
got really loud there. Look at that. Oh no, you did. That was you.
Oh, I guess it was
Yeah.
Bobber double rocked and Mher double papered.
me. Yep. You got to double paper it.
And I double phone called. 10 questions. Oh my god.
Cut that part out. What?
I did not say the Lord's name in vain.
No, it was very purposeful.
So Mher goes first with the double paper. And he gets geography question number 1. I guess this is actually oh fuck.
Do me.
Actually.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pause. Like actual pause.
Also, I don't know I was going to get attacked about voting for Bernie.
Most of this episode is like me and Naju trying to convince Bobber to vote for Bernie
So,
and failing.
Yeah.
so I know also.
Bobber
like,
is a fairly stubborn person.
Well, it's hard not to be when you're so right all the time. I feel like too where our geography knowledge is also stronger in different. I want to say locations that geographically different things. So I think it should be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going question number 1. There are subcategories. This is all
But
geography.
you know Africa a lot, dude. Sorry, just
Do I?
I was
always
gonna
feel-
say that was the thing I was thinking of. Is Mher probably knows Africa better.
I feel like you know
you also
like the
cut me
capitals
off.
and stuff a lot more.
I know what.
The capitals of Africa.
Oh,
like it's
maybe.
Such
Well,
a
yeah.
huge
I mean, like,
continent.
no, because I always know, like, I probably should know more about Africa because there's so much there. It's
Exactly.
so fucking
Yeah,
huge.
it's huge, and
And there's all these things, and you don't really hear about it on the news and stuff, so you can't really passively learn it too much.
yeah, exactly. Hit the nail on the head there.
But Bob knows Central Asia really well, so that balances it out.
I don't even think so, dude. I don't know anyone that knows Central Asia well.
I don't even know exactly where the boundaries of Central Asia are.
It's all the
It's the
stands.
stands. Although I don't know if Afghanistan counts. Maybe
Yeah,
in some
yeah.
ways.
Kind of, maybe. All right.
It's just all the stands. All right, so first subcategory in geography is capital cities.
Okay.
First question going to Mher. Which capital city's name means literally, quote, city of 1,000 warriors, end quote?
Ooh. That's interesting.
That's really good. I don't think I know. But I would guess it's probably something a little bit long, if that's what it means. 1,000 warriors. Which does it want the city or the country?
City.
It wants the city.
Oh God. So I would say that I probably don't know. 1,000 is something like mil in the Latin languages,
Yeah, and it
So
could be
anything
any
with
other
no?
language.
It can also be any other
or like
language.
colonialized by a Latin-speaking like country, or Romance-speaking.
Dude, I don't know. Like it could easily be Tokyo. You know? It's
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. I don't know.
Yeah, this is pretty hard. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw out a guess. Yeah, I'll say Jakarta.
Jakarta is incorrect.
Okay, just because I don't know anything about what that could mean.
Yeah, I really can't think of anything in the like Western Latin based names. Hey, Madrid, for some reason. Madrid. I know Porto in Portugal just means port.
Wait, does port in Portugal also mean port?
I think it might,
Oh wow.
but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, I know, for example, well, I was gonna say Istanbul, but that's not the capital, as we've
Yeah.
established
Wait,
several
Porto's
times.
not the capital of Portugal either, man.
No,
It's
yeah,
Lisbon.
yeah. I mean, you know,
Maybe it's
like
Ankara.
it's a regional capital. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Ankara is just like such an ancient name. Okay, so it's City of 1,000 Warriors, right?
Yep.
Maybe it is Tokyo.
It's a very terse language if just 2 syllables means that.
Or Mexico City, you know? I don't know.
Maybe it's like Wellington.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fucking.
Okay, but sorry,
capital of
I don't mean to
New Zealand
drag, but I'm trying to think of like actual names that are like longer or have mill in them, and I really can't even think.
Yeah.
It can be another language.
Yeah, it totally
Yeah.
can. Also, Montevideo, things like that.
Yeah, which was named after a video store that was really big in the city.
It was on the mountain. Yes. Okay. Let's just go with Islamabad. I bet is
It's
named
it's
after
probably
Islam.
involved with naming after Islam, yeah.
I'm throwing so many things in my mind, like Tehran. Maybe it's like an ancient, like. So I'm gonna say Madrid.
Madrid is incorrect.
What is
What
it?
was it?
Tokyo, by the way, people that know any Japanese kind of know. Tokyo means East capital.
Oh,
Because
that's
Kyoto,
right.
because
I've heard
Kyoto
that.
was the original capital.
Oh, wait, what does Kyoto mean? Capital East?
city, no capital city.
Oh.
So
And then-
Tokyo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you know it's the syllables reversed though? But that's probably like by coincidence or whatever, right? Maybe they don't mean the same thing.
They don't mean the same thing.
Kyoto, Tokyo. It's the same 2 syllables
Yeah,
in
they are the
different
same two
orders.
syllables. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the answer?
You guys know the capital of Madagascar?
Oh,
Antananarivo or something.
Yeah, nice,
something.
nice.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly
Oh,
right.
it was an Africa capital
Yeah,
question.
and I fucked it up. So I
Man,
don't
that's
know
such
Africa.
a big.
What is it? I actually don't know how to say it. It's
hold on.
Antananarivo or something like that?
It's Antananarivo. Antananarivo.
Antananarivo. Yeah, I always mix up the middle syllables in that.
Is that from their language?
Probably, and I think
I
think
mean, they're
there's
fairly
something
secluded
specific about
culture,
the
right?
language, yeah, and
Yeah.
like the fauna and the flora and everything. It's a very like unique place,
For sure.
and I think linguistically, I don't think it's related to the other African languages around there.
That's where they have those crazy fucked up trees, right?
I think so. I think like
Mo-
their
Moab
whole
Yeah,
trees.
yeah, it's like very secluded place
It
for
might be,
thousands
but
of years
dude,
or whatever.
The interesting thing is, like, even just north of there, there's all those islands between, like, Africa and Asia, basically. Africa
Like
and Arabia.
Maldives and like the
But
Indian
no,
Ocean
those
islands.
are even further away. No, I mean, like, right between, like north between Madagascar and, like, Saudi Arabia, let's say. I know the
Like
Horn of Africa
Zanzibar
kind
or
of.
something.
Yeah, because, that's like there's, like, a whole history of like, an Arab African society in that area.
Yeah, a little
Which
bit.
is,
Yeah.
like, pretty
What was it, like
isolated
Freddie
relatively.
Mercury's family or
Oh, yeah,
somebody's
yeah.
family was
Freddie
like
Mercury, he was born on Zanzibar. I
it was
think.
like one of those islands. Yeah, I guess Zanzibar.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure they're Zardoshti.
Yeah, I think
Zoroastrian.
they are. That was a good question. I liked it. I just wish
I
I,
liked
had
it
known
too.
the answer. Next one.
Again, like I would never. I remember the capital starts with an A-N-T, A-N-D. I think sometimes. It's
Yeah, and it
written-
ends with an O. Like I didn't really know
Yeah.
the middle parts too well.
There was a lot of middle parts.
Yeah.
Oh man, we didn't talk about some like fucking Amazon's on fire, guys.
Oh yeah, or it's being burnt apparently.
Both of those things.
It's so great when there's like people on Twitter pointing out all these headlines from like The Economist and whatever other fucking like publication being like, Bolsonaro is gonna be like really great for like business or whatever for like American
Are you serious,
businesses.
dude?
Yeah, it's just like,
yeah. Again, that's another thing. Man, you're looking all
it's
over
like,
the world.
Fuck
Like
you guys,
all these crazy right-wing strongmen are like just really messing up our planet.
I hear that he's actually as much as like a lot of people probably want him in power. He's actually even fucking up even worse than that. That he's probably going to get pushed aside eventually.
Yeah.
Like that, he's basically a clown. He's like a
Right. He's
Donald
their Trump.
Trump-like figure. Like he's not even like a Dick Cheney figure. He's a clown.
But dude, that is crazy that this has been an issue and a problem. The Brazilian government has like tried to and kind of been more successful. Like, it's not 100%, but they were kind of successful in stemming a lot of that cut and burn stuff. And then this guy got elected, and they just completely floodgates open.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's fucking sad.
So
dude.
you should vote for their Bernie.
Which is, they kind of had their own Bernie, dude. And have you been
Who was
reading
that?
about Brazil and stuff? Like he was
Not
president
really.
a couple of times or whatever, and he was like kind of like a hampered like left wing kind of candidate or
Yeah.
whatever. And then they kind of like fucked him, like these this other party. Like the Intercept has been coming out with these like crazy articles about how like basically it was a coup where they had this like thing where they had these trumped up charges to imprison the most popular candidate, and to like impeach the leftist like president and stuff. Like this has been happening, and it's like it was kind of blowing up for a while in Brazil, like. And that's your boy Glenn Greenwald reporting all that, by the way.
See, again, if something like that happened, definitely defend like Bernie if they try to like falsely impeach him or whatever.
Yeah, to a
even
point,
if they
I feel
try
like
to
they're
falsely
not gonna
impeach
let
Trump, I'm gonna defend.
Well, no, I'll be like, fucking, that's cool.
Well, I'm sure he did something else wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. We should just have like a political episode.
Yeah, I think he's done enough wrong before his presidency for him to.
Yeah, and even if you have to trump up some charges to get Trump out of there, pun intended, like, you know, fucking do
That was the cleverest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, the charge could just be like, hey, this is like a very dumb individual that's president, you know? Like, let's get him out of there. He's very
but that's
stupid.
what elections are, man.
Yeah. All right, next question.
After all, wasn't Calvin Coolidge our president? Haha.
Yeah, totally. He was a fucking moron.
Was he?
I don't know. I have no idea. The only thing I know...
Earlier when we were talking about American history, I wanted to drop his name, but I was like, I don't actually know anything about him. So
the one thing I do actually remember, I think, from like American history classes, like that he was very quiet. No, I remember that he was very quiet. Like he didn't talk a lot. He didn't make public.
No, but that's the thing. Like he had a reputation, like kind
was
of
he stupid?
Reputation of because of that, probably. But maybe that he was like dumb. You know, he was like slow-witted and all that.
Well, Trump is the opposite, who's dumb and loud, you know? Like, if you're going to be dumb, at least be quiet, right?
Also, dude, I think he's getting up there and, like, I don't think he's mentally completely there anymore.
I said that off mic.
Yeah, you totally did. Say that again.
Yeah. I think everything he's been doing is completely in line with his character.
But I just got to point out, like, even, like 10 years ago, he was more just, like, verbally coherent.
Yeah.
And like when he was way younger, he was way more.
I would say that's attributed to maybe like the position he's in and how he feels. Like maybe he's like weighted down. He feels like
I don't know. But the thing is, like he was kind of on. He was like a pretty big public personality before.
Yeah, but he's always been dumb.
But he's he's trying to talk now. He's trying to talk about things that he has no understanding of, right? He sounds super incoherent when he doesn't fucking understand what he's talking about.
Maybe, but I do literally mean like verbally, like stringing a sentence together incoherent.
Yeah. Speaking of that, have you guys been hearing like Joe Biden's like sort of gaffes as he's like campaigning and stuff?
I've
like
just
he's
been
just
hearing.
Saying,
well, you told us there was the last podcast. I think we heard it about that number, the dial
303. Like I think
go to joebiden.com.
No, not even .com. Just like a random string of like words and numbers. Like go there. Like I don't know how to go to words.
Okay,
it's the fucking longitude, latitude.
Yeah, it's 30 degrees west, 330 degrees north.
I swear I'll be here.
It's like it's like in Arctic Canada or something. What are you doing here, Joe? All right.
Question number 2.
So it's to me.
Capital cities to Bobber. To the dismay of rival metropolises. Metropoli. Which city was confirmed as a new capital in 1858 by Queen Victoria, supposedly inspired by several romantic watercolors?
What was the year?
1858.
No, it's pretty early in Victoria's reign, I feel like. So I have a couple of ideas. You know, that's really tough because like there were so many places. The British Empire was like at its peak almost at that point. So like the first one I'm thinking about is Canberra. That's not my final answer. But I'm also thinking maybe South Africa, but did they even have it at that point? There's the New Zealand places. And then India. That's the number one thing I'm thinking of, but I don't even know what Delhi? New Delhi? When did they make New Delhi?
I mean, it makes sense. Maybe there was the original Delhi, and this is when they made the new one.
And I feel like it's not going to say Canberra, but
What did it say? It was a new capital city.
To the dismay
Oh,
of.
because they probably had to pick one out of like in this region or something.
Okay, can you
To the dismay of rival metropolises.
Like why the fuck is
Metropolis.
Canberra even a capital city though? Like
Why is Washington D.C.? Who knows? I mean, it's like Okay, so if there are rival metropolises, I feel like they're like big established cities, so maybe it is India, you know.
makes sense.
They also had Ireland. They also had Canada. God damn, I don't know, dude. It could be any of those.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the capital of New Zealand is, man. I keep
it's one of
making
two of them, and I don't remember which one it is.
yeah, I keep making it a point to like learn which one it is. It's either Wellington or Christchurch.
Or no, Christchurch is third city, I think. Auckland, right?
Jesus Christ. You
So
threw
it's
a
one of
third one in
three.
there. All right, I'm going to say New Delhi, final answer.
I think that's
It's definitely Auckland, but New Delhi is incorrect.
Oh, it's incorrect. That would have been my guess. 1858. Ooh, I think that seems too late for Canada. But I don't really
That's
know.
why Canberra would be a good answer. It was around the time he was... Anyway, I don't want to influence your answer.
I think New Delhi was a good guess.
Yeah, especially because it's a rival metropolis.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of different cities that it could have been. But also same thing with like Canada and and definitely with Australia. It's like why is that the capital?
Yeah, I don't know why Ottawa was that some sort of compromise for the
Between the French speakers and the
yeah.
no wait maybe like I don't even know when France didn't have Quebec anymore.
I mean, definitely at least since the Napoleonic time, but before that.
1858. Yeah, I think the best guess is Australia, probably,
Right.
Bob. Sorry to take the answer,
No,
but
that's
I'll say
fine, dude.
Canberra.
The correct answer is Ottawa.
What?
motherfucker.
See,
God
what a
damn
hard
it.
question, man. Because we did,
Yeah, we kind of talked about all the possibilities.
well, because there were so many possibilities at that time.
Yeah.
So no more capital cities? There's some pretty good questions.
No,
Next one, I
Okay.
guess, unless we,
fucking-
circle back
Yeah,
around.
we want.
Toronto would
George-
be.
A
Everyone's
rival metropolis, right?
everyone's favorite volcano. I mean, oops, fuck. Geography category volcanoes.
Volcanoes, okay.
Everyone's favorite volcano.
Yeah, which one's everyone's favorite? Like I have a couple in mind.
Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah, Mount Vesuvius
Mount
is great.
Etna? Was Etna a volcano?
Yeah, but
Which one's the one where Pliny the Elder died? Was that Etna?
I don't know, Mher. Let's see if that's one of the questions. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna say Vesuvius because it killed Pliny the Elder.
Okay. Question number 3, Mher.
Okay.
0 points, tied up. Named after a British prime minister, which stratovolcano is the only recently active volcano on the Antarctic island?
God damn it, I have no idea. What?
Antarctic.
What did you say?
Mainland.
Stratovolcano?
Stratovolcano is the only recently active volcano on the Antarctic mainland.
Do you know of any?
I'm just gonna guess a British prime minister, honestly.
I didn't know Antarctica had active volcanoes. I kind of did a deep dive on Antarctica recently.
Oh, did you?
On Wikipedia, and one of the most interesting side
Bob's
articles.
gonna know this.
No, I don't know. But one of the most interesting side articles was crime in Antarctica, because there have been
several crimes, guys.
Dude,
several tens.
It's like loitering.
Dude, do you know the latest one though? You guys might have heard this.
Was
One
it like
guy-
jaywalking or something?
What? There's no road. Dude, because it's just like scientists on like isolated stations.
Science crime, maybe like you falsifying their data or something.
Side crime. No, dude, one guy stabbed the shit out of another guy, and I think he killed him. Maybe not, because the other guy kept spoiling the endings to books that
Oh,
this guy
wow.
was reading. He kept spoiling.
Oh,
them.
fuck that guy.
I know, right? That guy deserves to die.
Well, I don't want to go that far.
I mean,
But
like,
he should have been at least kicked off of Antarctica for doing that.
so wait, hold up. This guy was like spying on this other dude, seeing what books he was reading,
No, this-
speed reading through them, and spoiling it.
Okay, you're like dedicated to being a dick at that point, you know?
I'm pretty sure he like went online and read about the endings of them, whatever. But dude, anyway, another one that happened earlier at like a Soviet research station, which maybe I can relate to, was one guy killed another guy over a game of chess.
Not funny, Bubber.
Yeah, nobody's laughing at that.
Yeah,
one.
no, not funny.
I think these aren't the answers right here, right?
There are the answers to the other capital cities.
The previous. Okay,
but
sorry.
but don't
'cause
look at them anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
trying
sorry. I forgot we had it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna guess.
Give me a British prime minister.
Yeah, Mount Disraeli.
Mount Disraeli. That's a good one.
It is Mount Disraeli Gears. I'm sorry.
No.
No, incorrect.
It's
Okay.
incorrect,
I know Theresa May's been the most popular.
you think they named the volcano after it on there?
Churchill.
Incorrect. It is Mount Melbourne.
Ah, okay. Well,
And-
that's
and-
probably on the capital cities questions too.
And
Well,
I guess-
it's
and
not
I
a
guess-
capital city, never
No.
mind.
I guess an answer they were expecting you guys to guess, but you guys didn't, was Mount Erebus is on Ross Island and not the mainland.
Obviously,
See?
that's what was throwing me off from that one.
Volcanoes. Bobber, question 400. Which Italian volcano gives its name to those eruptions where spasmodic and discrete explosive bursts eject pyroclastic materials a relative short distance into the air?
Damn, I know some of these words.
Right?
Spasmodic pyroclastic. Dude, it's one of the two.
We mentioned
Italian,
already.
yeah. But I think spasmodic because the pyroclastic flow is what killed the Pompeians. Spasmodic. So it's either Etna or fucking Vesuvius. I'll just go with Vesuvius.
Vesuvius is incorrect.
All right, let's see how long I think about this one. Yeah, those are the only two volcanoes I know in
In the world.
in the Mediterranean, I guess, in that whole area. So I'll say Mount Etna.
Stromboli.
Mount Stromboli?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
Okay,
Stromboli is-
I've never heard.
I've
I thought
heard
that
of
was
it.
like some sort of calzone or something. Stromboli.
That's racist. I think that might be.
Stromboli is a kind of calzone. What?
Or some sort of like some sort of food with like tomato sauce and bread, you know.
I think that might be near Capri, the island of Capri.
Oh, maybe.
We'll look it up.
Maybe the island of Capri is a volcanic island. All right, next one.
Question-
These are pretty
Yeah,
hard, but they're
yeah.
not unfair. Like I like them.
I
No-
like him
yeah,
too.
no
Oh,
one has
shit,
gotten
I gave you one for that one, Mher. Oops.
You guys both love geography. We get it.
I know we suck at it.
Apparently so. Yeah.
Everyone
What's this
who wrote
category?
this book's favorite category,
Well,
British Isles.
well, yeah, it's a British book too, so I don't know if English people love the.
I don't know. We don't want to make
Stromboli.
any political statements by calling it the British Isles, though.
Yeah,
Let's call it Northwestern European Islands.
yeah, like different.
Whoa,
Celtic
whoa,
people.
European, bro.
Whoa.
those are
Let's call them
those
the
are
human
Asian.
islands.
Those are Asian, obviously.
Human? What do you mean? There's other animals there.
Okay. My hair. Question 5.
Okay.
British Isles. Which main river of the Isle of Wight shares its name with an Asian city?
That's
Like a
fucking.
river in the Isle of Wight?
Seriously.
Holy shit, dude. Okay.
Look at these people. Fucking Europeans are so spoiled, dude. You guys have
Okay, what? It
rivers
shares
on
it-
islands.
Shares the name with with an Asian city? Is that what it said?
Yes, sir.
All right, so mostly I'm gonna pick an Asian city that might sound like, you know, like either Latin-like or Anglo-Saxon.
New Delhi.
Oh yeah, it could be like, you know, a place in India that was named by the
Fucking
British. or something.
every answer's New Delhi.
Yeah.
I mean, new is definitely not an Indian word.
And I will say, is it? Let me think.
That is
about it.
incorrect. Is it river?
Okay, I'm wondering now what, like the Isle of Wight.
It just
I mean,
says Asian. It
Yeah.
doesn't say
Asian.
East Asian. Or
Asian
anything.
city. Yeah.
dude, I feel like it's gonna be coincidentally like.
Yeah, like the Lee, like the last name Lee, which is both
Oh.
English and, you know, Chinese, right? But only by coincidence.
And
Oh,
Korean.
yeah, that's right.
and Korean. Yeah,
Robert E. Lee.
yeah, something like that. But there's no Lee
Well,
River.
just
or
because,
city, I
like,
don't
okay,
think.
the Isle of Wight, it's not like it's not like a place that new names would be applied to.
Yeah,
right?
like it would have had a name for a pretty long while, you would think, especially if it's a river. So I'm going over Asian cities, and they all sound really Asian to me.
Usually.
Maybe it's Ho Chi Minh River, you know?
That's not the capital, man.
But you know what's kind of like a European sounding city in Asia
Yeah.
is no.
Well,
I was
dude,
gonna say Manila, like Manila folder. Maybe they're like
Oh,
unrelated
shit.
things, and that could sound kind of European.
that's
Manila.
funny. I thought of Manila too pretty immediately. But I was also thinking there's that one city, Astana or something. Like one of the-
in Kazakhstan or something.
that always sounded so.
Yeah, it doesn't
Western to
sound.
me.
Yeah, it does. It does. Oh, maybe it's Astana. Also in one of the stands, as is the name is also a stand. But I don't want to waste too much time. I'm thinking of maybe cities in like Iran too, but I can't think of any that sound European. I'll just go with Manila. That sounds like it could be it. I'll say, is it the Manila River?
Many, yeah, dude.
Manila
it sounds
River
Spanish though,
is incorrect.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
or Italian maybe. I don't know.
like, it probably does come from Spanish.
So it's not Manila. Bob's gonna give his shot at it.
Shoot your shot.
Wait, what was the category, by the way?
British Isles.
Okay. You know, Jakarta's a capital.
Yeah, got it up already.
Oh shit! What's the capital of Sri Lanka?
Oh, dude, I was just thinking of that. It actually has pretty European sounding name, but I don't think that's it.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember it, so but I'm
It's-
pretty sure it's a European name. It's like Balboa or something,
You're pretty close.
right?
You're like in the same universe, but I don't think it's British. It's I think distinctly non-British sounding, or English, Anglo-Saxon, Celtic sounding.
Yeah. I also can't really think of like other Asian place names, capitals. Like what's Taiwan's capital? I have no idea. Oh, Taiping.
Taipei, yeah, Chinese Taipei. That's what they like. Type A personality. Maybe it's the Type A River.
Or Ulaanbaatar River. No.
Yeah, that sounds super Mongolian or whatever it is.
I'll say, what was it? Astana?
Astana.
Astana?
I think so.
Thanks for helping me, man.
Neither of those things.
Baghdad.
The answer
Damascus.
is
Which one are you saying?
Astana.
Astana.
Medina.
Oh, in Saudi Arabia.
That's not the capital.
It didn't say capital.
It
It
didn't
said
say
an
capital.
Asian city. I didn't really think that far
God.
west, except for Iran.
Damn it, I thought it was saying the capital. Anyway.
Yeah.
I knew it was Medina. I did not. Okay, that's a good one. We got to study up on our geography.
Medina
Well-
also kind of sounds. If it's Western, it sounds kind of Spanish almost, right?
Well, is that because...
Maybe because Arabs were in Spain, possibly.
That's
Question 6 to Bobber. Whipmawapgate is a memorably named street in which northern English city?
I'm going to need a spelling.
Whipmawapmagate.
Can you spell it, please?
Every word capitalized. Whip. Ma.
W-I-P-E?
Yes. No, man. That's
W-H-I-P.
wipe. That's wipe.
Whip. WHIP.
Whip.
Bob finished last place in his spelling bee.
Ma.
Dude, I actually want to my spelling bee in elementary school.
Just
but
ma.
anyway.
Ma. Just like
M-A?
yeah. Wop. Whip with an O.
WHOP.
Ma. Gate.
Gate?
Gate.
GATE.
Yeah.
Whip my wop my gate.
I wanted to say it like really as quickly as possible to confuse you.
Yeah, I definitely was like, what did he just say?
I mean, there's only Northern England. It's at Northern England.
Yeah, is a memorably named street in which northern English city.
So there's only a couple Northern English cities, and I feel like this is probably closer to the west and Wales and stuff. So I'll just say Nottingham.
Nottingham is incorrect.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't
Was
know.
I saying Nottingham? I
thinking
didn't
of
mean
something else?
Nottingham. Yeah.
I don't know where that is. I don't know where Nottingham
I meant
is.
Northumbria, but... you can take it
Nottingham
if
was the
that's right.
forest where Robin Hood was, right?
Yeah, I meant Northumbria, but Anyway, you.
Yeah, I don't know. Northern England. I know a couple of places. It said England, right? Not UK.
Yeah.
English city, yeah.
Can I change my answer to Northumbria?
You may not.
I don't think that's a city though. I think that's a region.
Okay.
Right?
It's a city too, but that's fine.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. There's like Hull and York. I only
Yeah,
know the
York was
places
the
that
other
have
one.
like a soccer team.
York was the other one, but that's on the East Coast.
But I think also places like Liverpool is considered Northern England. Right?
Maybe
It's pretty far
Birmingham,
north.
Liverpool. It's north. Yeah.
Which northern English city?
I'll just
So-
say
Just northern. Just
Wait,
northern.
wait.
Or yeah.
So York has a lot of Danish names and stuff. If you remember, like
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at a
sure,
map,
yeah.
because that's where the Vikings came in.
I'm thinking that's not Danish though, and it's probably Celtic origin. I would guess, but I'm not
It
sure.
looks more like
Whitma,
Welsh.
Wapma.
Oh, maybe yeah.
But anyway, Liverpool,
well,
Liverpool and Birmingham
Celtic,
are on
Welsh,
the west
etc.
side.
Yeah. Liverpool, Manchester is even kind of northern-ish, I think. But I'll say Liverpool. That's pretty far north, and maybe it has some notable streets there, since it's culturally
Why
important.
not
or whatever.
Birmingham?
York.
I don't think it's that far north.
It
though.
is York.
It's
York.
York. God damn it. Old York or new? Old.
So, already. So I didn't
So
mean
maybe it's
I
Danish
didn't mean
origin or
Northumbria. Maybe.
All right, tied at 0-0. Moving on to the next category.
I don't think so, man. It's
Geography, World Heritage Sites.
World
To
Heritage Sites.
Mher.
Okay.
Question number 7. Rebuilt by Andalusian refugees following the Reconquista,
Reconquista.
Morocco's most complete Medina is found in which of the country's 2 major ports on the Mediterranean Sea?
Fucking Christ. Okay, I might have decent guesses. Wait, say that again about Medina? We just learned about
Morocco's most complete Medina.
What? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
I think that means like a big square or something, but I could be wrong.
So
I
Morocco
think
has a
that's
lot of
actually right,
cities
maybe.
that people know.
yeah. Okay.
And I think one of them that I'm pretty certain is on the coast. Not all of them are on the coast. But one of them that I think that is wait, should we pause? Are we going to fill time?
so. There are 3 main cities in Morocco that I know of,
Yeah. I think
and I know
there's-
that 2 of them are on the coast.
I think I know 4 cities in Morocco. But
I do know 4 cities. You're
Yeah.
right. I just thought of the last one, which is Tangiers.
Yeah,
Was
that
that one
was
of them?
that was the one I was probably going to guess because I'm pretty sure that one's on the coast.
I'm gonna guess you're thinking of Marrakesh, Casablanca, Fez,
And Tangier.
and Tangier.
Yeah.
Were those the 4 you're thinking of?
Oh, Rabat. I was actually not thinking of Marrakesh.
Ah.
But Rabat is the capital, and I'm pretty sure that's inland.
I'm pretty sure Marrakesh is 2, but I could be
So
wrong.
that makes 5 cities that we know in Morocco. I wasn't thinking of Marrakesh, but
Damn, that's interesting. Do you think it's
like, why would we know so many cities in Morocco, right?
well?
But it has
I think
notable
a
cities.
part of it is that North Africa, that part of North Africa is a lot more because that was a
It's
big
more
part
fertile,
of the,
maybe.
big part of the Roman Empire. But I think it's a lot more in the Mediterranean / European sphere than people kind of think it is.
Yeah.
It kind of developed in the same, and a lot of the history was related, and I don't know, like the Vandals went and settled there and
Yeah.
stuff.
So from those, I'm pretty sure.
So I
I
think
think
it's very
Rabat is
urbanized.
inland. I don't know much about the other ones, but I'm pretty sure that Tangier is a coastal city because I'm pretty sure that tangerines were named after that city.
Yeah.
And I remember reading about that.
Tunisia is a very urbanized place too. Just saying.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna say Tangier. I think that's what I was thinking of.
Incorrect.
Damn.
God damn
Okay.
it. So which one of these is it going to be? Can you repeat the question, please? We named 5 Moroccan cities.
I don't think any
man.
points are going to go in this category. Rebuilt by the Andalusian refugees following the Reconquista. Morocco's most complete Medina is found in which of the country's 2 major ports on the Mediterranean Sea?
I think Tangier is on the Atlantic side, by the way.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
But not that I would know what's on the Mediterranean side.
So I'm pretty sure Fez and Casablanca are both coastal cities. And I'm pretty sure Casablanca's in the Mediterranean just from the movie. I'll just say Casablanca.
Incorrect.
What is it?
Which one was it?
Tetuan
We don't even know that one. That was-
Tetoan,
dude, we
formerly Titouan.
we named 5 cities.
Tatooine
Tatooine.
I've heard that word.
I don't know how to.
city.
from Star Wars.
Yeah. Tatooine is Star Wars.
Because you know they
Filmed it in Morocco.
Filmed
Dude,
it
I
in
think it was on
Morocco.
Reddit. That like fun fact. But dude, wow, we named 5 cities in Morocco. And none of them were the correct answer. That's pretty.
Why do we
It's-
know
it's
so much
T accent, Aigu, Touan. Tetoan.
Tatooine. Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure they got the name Tatooine from that, right? Cause
Yeah, I think that was the fun
desert
fact on
climate.
Reddit. Yeah.
And
Ooh,
they
that's
actually
rough.
did-
This is pretty rough.
This is pretty
Yeah,
rough.
this is next one. I don't know if you're gonna get this.
This
next
does not bode well for a new season,
Just a 0-0 tie.
for sure. Well, somebody's gonna win in the end. It's because we argued about politics.
Bobber,
The real winner here.
This
was
is
Bernie
question 8.
Sanders.
This is question 7 now.
no,
I just
it is question
Bob
8.
gets even
You're-
numbers.
Bob
right.
gets even numbers.
Yeah.
you're right. What's the category?
Hey, Bobber was wrong.
Same category.
Yeah, World Heritage Sites. Known as the, quote, Ukrainian Pompeii, unquote, its ruins are overlooked by St. Vladimir's Cathedral. Which ancient city was founded in the 6th century BC by settlers from Heraclea Pontica on the shore of the Black Sea near Sevastopol?
Yeah, so Heracles is Hercules. No, yeah.
Same guy. Same god. Sorry.
But you said Heracles what?
Heraclea
Ponticus?
Heraclea Pontica.
So yeah, the Pontic
the
is,
one that
is,
was on
is,
the bridge,
is that area. Like the
like the Pontic Greeks of Anatolia or something. It's a name
Yeah,
for like the Black Sea area.
right, it's that area for the the Black Sea.
I just want to put out there, if this question was given to me, I would not know where the fuck to begin.
Well, Ukraine.
Yeah, you started Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Sevastopol.
Sevastopol is one of the major
It was in
cities.
Crimea, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, can you repeat the question?
Jesus. Known as the Ukrainian Pompeii, its ruins are overlooked by St. Vladimir's Cathedral. Which ancient city was founded in the 6th century BC by settlers from Hercules Pontica on the shore of the Black Sea near Sevastopol?
I think I have a guess, but it's Bob's question or mine?
Yeah, it's Bob's.
What I'm confused about is they were refugees from a city that got covered by a volcano, is what I understand.
I don't even know that. I think there was just a volcano in this place.
I'm sorry,
But it was
Naj.
founded by some Greek dudes that landed up there, I guess.
So if you could just repeat the entire question one more time, so I can.
Known as the Ukrainian Pompeii, its ruins are overlooked by St. Vladimir's Cathedral. So that's just a sentence.
Okay.
Which ancient city was founded in the 6th century BC by settlers from Heraclea Pontica on the shore of the Black Sea near Sevastopol?
Okay.
I don't know any other cities in Crimea, so basically I'm not going to know this, I don't think.
Yeah, I'll just say Odessa.
That's
Incorrect.
what I was going to say. You took my guess, and it sounds like a very Greek name, right?
I'm sorry, is that right?
Incorrect.
So that's like a very Greek-sounding name, so I was like, and it's on the Black Sea, so I don't...
Odessa.
I don't know any other cities, I don't think, on the Black Sea coast of Ukraine.
Sokhumi.
Oh, I know one because it was like important to some extent of the year. I think the Civil War. So I'll say Mariupol. I think that's a city in Ukraine on the Black Sea coast, right?
Yeah, but that's a
It's
super,
incorrect.
super Russian name.
But, okay, so
But maybe it originally had a Greek name. You know.
the question was fucked up. The answer's even more fucked up because there's all these alternate choices.
Is it
So,
Troy?
okay, first word is Chersonesos / Chersonesos.
Never
Or-
heard of it.
I mean, also that's just the first word of the city. Torika / either Korsun / Keroson.
What the fuck is happening?
This is the answer. It's that first word / either of those first words or either those second or three words.
I've never heard of any of
The
those. words,
site
so-
is called the, quote, ancient city of Tarik, Chersones, and its Chora.
Yeah. So that would be an interesting Wikipedia article to read, I guess. Especially the name section.
Yeah, there's like all these
I don't know what
fucking
to
names.
write down.
Yeah. Write it all down.
All right, why don't you guys fill some time?
All right. Chersonisas. Chersonesos.
Wait.
Torica. Corsan. Kersones.
All
All right, what are we down to? Question 9 and 10.
XI. I mean, IX. Here we go.
Okay.
I thought
Penultimate.
this was question 8.
No, this is... Dude. Robert, catch up.
All right.
We're at the penultimatum.
Hopefully, someone can score points. I think someone might because
Let's
the
try.
category is African geography.
Oh, great.
Jesus.
Oh, which is hard, yeah. Okay, let's do it. I'll try my best.
For question number 9, Mher. 2 African countries have land borders with only one other. One is of Lesotho, which is the other, which also borders ocean.
Well, yeah, you would think so.
You know, sorry, I'm not going to say it. I think I know the answer.
You do? Fuck, I'm kind of fucked. It has to be in one of the corners. It's not Morocco. It's maybe one of the Horn of Africa countries. I don't think it is, though. Maybe, like, no, Somalia borders at least 2, like Ethiopia and, like, Eritrea, I think. So... I know Lesotho is completely like 360 degrees
Landlocked,
surrounded.
yeah.
And then Swaziland is like, you know, some other degree, but
Some other degree.
less than 360. But I think it also borders like Mozambique or something. I don't think
Swaziland
the
is
rest of the
more than
border.
300.
I don't think the rest is ocean. Madagascar borders 0 other countries. Oh, I know. I think I know.
Come on, no, don't.
I think I know. I'm sorry, Bob.
Come on, I know it.
I think I'm going to get the point for this. It suddenly came to my mind. There's a very thin,
Slither of a country in West Africa. Come on, man.
country.
I know the answer.
I might get wrong because it's one of 2 that, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna write that.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it is
After Mher gives you hints.
Gambia.
I knew
think
that.
the answer
No.
is
Okay,
Gambia.
sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Was that your
Oh
final
God,
answer?
is it not Gambia?
Incorrect. The answer is the Gambia.
Oh, is that right?
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Gambia or Gabon. I always mix those 2. Which one did you think it was?
I thought it was Togo.
No, Togo's like totally a rectangle.
But that's sliver of a country in West Africa, right?
Yeah, it's like just along the river. I think bordered by maybe Senegal or
I swear
Ghana or
I thought
something?
Swaziland was landlocked too within South Africa.
no, it's like 270 degrees or something.
No, it touches 2 countries. But dude, the thing is,
Gambia giving me my first point.
it's kind of ridiculous and Amerocentric. I don't know, parochial of us that we say like, oh, it's a sliver of a tiny country because there's like a lot of people that live there. It's a
Is
very
there?
densely populated area,
It's
and
a-
it's like a particular ethnic group that lives.
It's a
around
very
around a
uncommon
river.
shape for a country,
Yeah.
because it's just basically follows this river, and there must have been some very specific historical like set of like circumstances that led to it being a country.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like one people's conquered and dominated. It's like Egypt.
no, I'm sure it was like the English set up there and the French set up around them.
All
and
right,
they're like, we're gonna have
whatever.
a country.
I guess it's
probably.
not Togo, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I
Bob
lose.
wasn't gonna get
I
it.
suck
You
at
can tie it on this
geography.
next one.
Doesn't matter.
Bobber
does
for the tie,
No,
or
man.
he can tie or lose.
FTT, Bob.
Is he going to push it to overtime? African geography, question 10. What is the English meaning of Mosi o Tunya, the local name for the Victoria Falls?
Hakuna Matata, I think.
Damn, dude. Can you cut that part out? Our African listeners are gonna be angry.
I don't think we've had a single download from Africa, by the way.
Mokua what?
Oh no, South
Mosi
Africa,
o Tunya.
Mosia Oatunya?
Yeah.
For Victoria Falls?
Yep.
It's not Great Empress of England Falls?
I guess
So,
that
side
one-
trivia, what 2 countries does Victoria Falls reside? Maybe even 3, but I think it's 2.
I don't know. Congo,
No, dude. No, man.
Botswana. I don't
You know
know.
where Victoria Falls?
Congo, does Congo border Botswana?
Who knows?
Victoria Falls is like the source of the Nile.
Yeah, it's pretty far south though. It's pretty far down there, I think.
It's really far. It's Zambia and Zimbabwe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I went
Yeah,
there.
but the
It's
country-
farther south than I said.
I
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
Congo's on the east. I mean, on the west.
But
But
Botswana's
it's
pretty.
humongous. It's not
pretty
just the
big.
west; it's the
pretty
center
big.
too.
Okay.
But Botswana's pretty far south, though.
It
Because
is.
Yeah.
Botswana borders South Africa.
Yeah, I think to the east,
All right,
Zambia,
all right.
Zimbabwe.
Before
Mosi
They're probably
Awatunya.
around the same latitude.
Mosi Owatunya.
Before I say my answer too, dude, that area, I've also got on a lot of deep dives about the Great Rift Valley. It's crazy. That's where humanity, like, early humans
Originated,
formed.
sort of.
And it is such a crazy mix of, like, Africa's huge, man. It is like a very crazy mix of North Africa, African, and Central African, and Arabic, and all that stuff.
Did
Yeah.
you guys see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
map that was like the typical map of the world, but then like they had like a separate overlapping actual geographic size relative to each other.
Yeah.
So like like Africa is way bigger than it's portrayed.
Right.
Oh,
America's-
for like Mercator
but it's- but it-
projection or something.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like overlapping. So you see
Yeah.
what is perceived, at least in our American maps.
It shows
and
like the
then what-
percentage of it
yeah,
inside
exactly.
the actual. For
Oh,
example.
and it was like Greenland's like only 10% of its displayed size or something.
Well, everything, yeah, that's not in the tropics.
One of them was like pretty accurately close. Was it South America or something? Something that
Well,
like
that's the
whatever's
thing.
close
Not
to
just,
the
whatever's closer
equator.
to the equator, yeah, is going to be closer to the actual size.
So Ecuador's size was pretty close.
Is that the only thing you know near the equator?
I know that Ecuador runs through the equator, or the equator runs through Ecuador. Sorry,
Hey, no, Ecuador runs through the
Yeah.
equator.
Or both.
Fuck
I
that
guess,
line,
yeah.
bro.
So, Africa and South America, and the Indonesian, the tropics. So it means angels, angel, God, heaven falls. Like angels' wings or heaven or God.
Those are slashes in parentheses.
Or did you hyphenate it?
No, I slashed them.
It was an M dash, not an N dash.
Incorrect.
Um,
I would have given you credit if that was remotely close.
yeah. So what does it mean in the local language? I'll say it means
No, what does it mean in our language, English?
Nothing.
Well, yeah.
Nothing.
Wait, what was the transit? And is this Swahili?
It didn't say.
No idea,
What
man.
is it? Say it again.
There's no.
But say
Language.
say the phrase.
Oh, Mosi Owatunya. Hyphenated.
I will say
Sounds like some Ubuntu language.
yeah, Bantu. I will say it
Bantu.
means big mother.
Incorrect. Just so I can give you guys some hints to see if
Small
you can get
mother.
it.
Uh-huh.
Think about what it looks like and the sound that it would make.
Whooshing
Big
waters.
splash.
Raging waters.
Like think about like a huge waterfall though. What do you see a lot of?
Mist.
Oh.
Misty mother.
Loud
Misty mother.
mist.
Loud
Loud
yeah,
mist?
we're getting close. It's the smoke that thunders.
That
bullshit.
makes sense.
That's
Okay.
bullshit. One of you is that makes sense.
I mean,
One
you'd
of you is that
It's absolutely bullshit. Wow, what a disappointing episode.
Yeah, that was
For
brutal.
our season premiere.
Season 3 is gonna be
Hey,
great.
guys.
Hey, just take the win, man. Take the W and be
Damn,
proud.
this entire
It
episode.
was a low-scoring game, but you know, it really grounded
the
down.
defense, the
Yeah.
defense really showed
Defense
up.
really wins championships.
It's kind of like the state of the world today, right? We're in a lot of shit. Everything sucks.
Well,
And
we take the net positive, Bob.
which
Which is Mher
Which
winning.
Which is Gambia. Gambia is the next
Gambia.
positive.
how is
one
that a
point.
net positive? Everything else sucked. Apologize to the listeners.
Most
Just
of
kidding.
all, we're sorry.
You're welcome.
And you're welcome also.
All right, well, let's
Yeah.
shake hands.
GG.
You know,
Good
that
job
was a-
hosting Naj. That worked well. I think we can do categories from now on.
For sure. I mean, those were insane questions.
That was pretty hard. Yeah, some of those were really
Wait,
hard.
what did you get right? Ghana?
Gambia.
Gambia.
It was the Gambia.
Yeah, it was Le Gamb.
I know, like, we're on better terms than that. I can just address it without the...
You know, people in Ukraine don't like it when people say the Ukraine.
Yeah, and it's like something completely random where, like, there's no reason why you should say the Ukraine.
Well, it's
Like it
kind of
was
like
some
it
like
makes it sound
mistake at some point.
it makes it sound like a region, right? Like a place, a part of like the I don't know
The hinterlands.
yeah the Southland. We live in the
Yeah.
Southland, so yeah. But just Russia. All right, guys. See you later.
We love our Ukrainian listeners.
Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. So thanks for listening,
Yep.
guys. Tune in next time. Hopefully, the world still exists.
Yeah, we hope so.
The Amazon still exists.
It's asking for a bit too much.
Yeah, I hope we have oxygen.
Yeah. Peace.
Thank you.